Okay, write 1 if you are ready. Okay, Lim Rizwan, ready? Okay, make sure you have your science process skills workbook with you together with red pens. Okay, if you are ready, write 1. Okay, Lozan, how it's ready? Good. Okay, we are the others. Hurry up. Are you ready? Nanti tengah-tengah kelas pun teacher akan minta you buka kamera. So make sure you ready. So teacher akan minta you buka kamera untuk tangkap gambar as a proof of your attendance. Okay, yang lain dah ready ke? Tan Wayan dah ready. Okay, so kita tengok. Okay, starting from page 3. Starting from page 3. Okay, check your answer. Tolong semak jawapan masing-masing. Kalau salah, terus buat pembetulan, okay? Jelas ke screen teacher? Jelas Okay, number 1A. Okay, so name the microorganism and state their classes if any. Then write the types of microorganism, whether they are unicellular U or multicellular M in the boxes provided, if any. Okay, jika ada boxes lah. Jika tak ada boxes, tak payah isi. Berapa orang ni sikitnya? Okay, only 13. Okay, A is bacteria. This is in the class of unicellular. Okay, class dia bacteria, dia punya type is unicellular. Okay, B is viruses. C is fungi. Okay, this is yeast and this is mucor. Yeast is unicellular. Mucor is multicellular. Label M. Okay, D protozoa. Okay, this one is amoeba. Okay, label U, unicellular. Paramecium is also U, unicellular. Okay, E is algae. This is Spirogyra. Okay, this is Chlamydomonas. Okay, Spirogyra is multi-cell. Chlamydomonas is unicell. Okay, the class is algae. Make sure you do the correction if you are wrong. Number 2. Okay, number 2. This one is a situation where the binary fissions happen. Okay. Example for the microorganism during using this binary fission is bacteria, amoeba, and paramecium. Okay, sporangium, spore formation. Okay, this is in spore formation. Example is mucor. Okay, this is a situation we call as budding. Okay, pertunasan, budding. Okay, example is yeast. Okay, D is replication, which happens only in viruses. Okay. Next, number 3. Okay, state the usual feeding habits of microorganisms. Okay, virus are parasite. Algae is autotroph. Bacteria, fungi, and protozoa is saprophyte and parasite. Okay, number 4. The smallest microorganisms, virus. Organisms which have a cell wall but do not have chlorophyll, fungi. Unicellular animals, protozoa, can only be seen through an electron microscope, viruses. You nampak jelas tak? Teacher besar sikit Okay. Unicellular or multicellular microorganism which have chloroplast, algae. Unicellular organism which are the most abundant organisms on earth, bacteria. Plants that have chlorophyll and carry out photosynthesis, okay. Exist as crystals outside the host, living things, viruses. Okay, number 5, state the shapes of bacteria. This is coccus, this is spirillum, this is bacillus, and this is vibrio. Okay, number 6, what is the name of the microorganism that lives in human bodies such as oral cavity, intestine, skin, and reproductive systems? This is normal flora. Okay, next, page 5. Okay, you are given 2 sort of result in a final experiment. Okay, the first one you can see that there are few or none bacterial colonies. The other one has many bacterial colonies. So kita tengok inference for both. Okay, the first one from here. Nutrient and humidity, we can see here may be absent. The light bright. Okay, that's why all the microorganism is dead. Okay, suhu, temperature, lowest or highest, 0 to 70s. pH value, acidic or alkaline. Okay, and for this one, nutrient and humidity present. Light will be in dark. Temperature between 30 to 37. pH value will be 7. Okay, state the types of useful microorganism based on the statements given. Okay, the first one is fungi to produce antibiotics such as penicillin. Okay, to produce vaccines, bacteria and virus. To produce insulin, bacteria. Okay, number 4, secrete cellulose enzyme that digest cellulose to glucose in the alimentary canal of herbivores, bacteria. Okay, live in plant root noodles of legumes which bind nitrogen, bacteria. Decompose dead organism into simpler substances, bacteria and fungi. In industry, to make soy sauce, okay, soybeans, okay, this is fungi. To make alcoholic drinks, this is fungi also. To remove fat and tissues from the skin of animals for the manufacturing industry, this is bacteria. Okay, next, potential use of microorganisms. Okay, number 1, used to treat water waste and sludge and remove odors in drainage system, bacteria. Okay, number 2, produce ecoenzyme cleaning solution for agricultural waste such as fruits and this yeast lah, ataupun in other words, yeast is a fungi lah. Yeah. Next 3, produce bioplastic which are biodegradable, bacteria. Okay, can be used to decompose and clean oil spills, also bacteria. Okay, next, aseptic techniques in controlling microorganisms. Okay, you have to know what is aseptic technique. This is a technique to prevent infections caused by pathogens by removing existing pathogens based on the concept of prevent better than cure. Means, and in this aseptic techniques, we are going to kill all the microorganisms. Okay, using the first one, either sterilization. Okay, example for sterilization, which can destroy our microorganism. Micron filters filter fine particles and microorganisms. High intensity ionizing radiation such as ultraviolet rays, X-rays and gamma rays destroy the genetic material of DNA or RNA or bacteria and virus. Soap removes microorganisms from skin. Under pressure, the boiling temperature of water in the autoclave and pressure cooker can reach 130 degrees and can destroy all microorganisms including their spores. Okay. Number 2 of this aseptic technique is boiling. Okay. The boiling water at 100 degrees can kill microorganisms except their spores. Okay. Number 3, antiseptic prevents bacterial growth without damaging the body tissue. Example, we always put the iodine solution, that is the blue one, or acryflavine, that is the yellow one. Okay, and maybe sometimes we use 70% of isopropyl alcohol as a sterilizing agents, the ones that the doctor or the nurses put on on your skin before they inject the syringe, the needles inside you. Okay. Number 4, disinfectant. Destroy pathogens on non-living things such as bed sheets, toilets, and swimming pools. Okay. Okay, methods to treat diseases caused by microorganisms. Okay, doctor, what do I need to eat to treat my pneumonia? You need to consume antibiotic. It is produced by a type of fungus to kill bacteria. I will suggest you to take penicillin. Okay, so you must consume the medicine according to my prescription on the allocated time and quantity. Finish this medicine to ensure all the pathogens are destroyed. Otherwise, the surviving pathogens will develop a resistance toward the medicine. Okay, number 2, doctor, I feel itchy, burning, stinging, and there are blisters between my toes. Okay, you are infected with athletes. food. This disease is caused by a type of fungus. Don't worry, you will feel relief after applying antifungal. Number 3. Doctor, I am having headache and body aches for 1 week. There are fluid-filled blistering red rashes around my waist. I feel itchy, burning and stinging. Okay, this is kayak. Dalam bahasa Melayu kita panggil kayak. Okay. Okay, you are infected with shingles. Shingles is kayak lah, caused by a virus. Okay, I will give you an antiviral to treat your illness. The blisters will go dry after applying this medicine. Okay, next practice pengukuhan 1, question number 1. Diagram 1 shows a type of microorganism. What is this? Ni apa ni? What is this one? This is amoeba. Okay. How does this microorganism produces? By binary fission. Amoeba is in the class of protozoa. Okay. And it reproduces through binary fission. Okay. Next, number 2. Which microorganism can be used to produce vaccines? Virus. Okay. Another one is bacteria. Okay. Number 3. What is the optimal temperature for bacteria growth? 37. Okay, which microorganism is a protozoa? This is Paramecium. Give me. Which of the following is used to kill bacterial spores? Autoclave. Okay, vinegar is added to the fruit in a bottle to make pickle. What is the factor that helps the fruits to last longer? pH value, because we know vinegar is acidic. Okay, and in acidic or alkaline situation, the growth of the microorganism will be stunted. Okay, some of them might die in a very low pH. Okay. Number 7, which microorganism can carry out photosynthesis? This is B, which is Spirogyra. Okay, which microorganism causes bread dough to rise? Yes. Next, number 9, diagram 2 shows an experiment that was carried out to study bacterial growth. What factor is being studied in this experiment? Okay, you can see here is normal light. Here is dark cupboard. Okay, so light, dark means light lah. Okay, we are studying the effect of light on the bacterial growth. Number 10. Which of the following microorganism is only grows and reproduces in living cells? Virus. Okay. What can be produced by fungi? Antibiotics. Okay, paper 2. Table 1 shows the results of an experiment to study the effect of pH on the growth of bacteria. Lower than 7, acidic, slightly cloudy. 7, neutral, very cloudy. Higher than 7, alkaline, slightly cloudy. Okay. B, state the variables that involve. Manipulator. Okay, so bila you dapat soalan macam ni, okay, kalau you dapat soalan macam ni, you dapat table. Okay, kalau table you kiri kanan macam ni, this one, you kena ingat, and this one will be the MV, manipulated variable. Remember? Kita catat. This one will always be the RV. Okay? So sekarang kita dah bagi teknik menjawab yang turun dengar betul-betul. Kalau tak dengar, rugi. Okay, another type of question. Sometimes dia akan bagi jadual atas bawah. Okay, kalau dia bagi atas bawah macam ni, lepas tu bawah sini kan. Tepi ni dia punya result. Okay, kalau atas bawah, sini akan jadi MV. Yang atas akan jadi MV. Yang bawah akan jadi RV. Okay, remember kalau atas bawah. Satu lagi kalau dalam bentuk graf. Okay, kalau bentuk graf, jangan teacher lukis lah. Okay, kita teacher lukis Okay, so kalau atas bawah, macam ni, okay. You punya graf dia akan bagi contohnya X, here Y kan. Okay, yang berada di atas ini adalah MV. This will be the MV. Yang ada di bawah ni akan jadi RV. Okay, remember in exam. Okay, kalau dia macam tadi tu kiri kanan. Yang macam ni, sini X, sini Y. Okay, this will be the MV. This will be the RV. Okay, another one, dia akan buat dalam bentuk graph. Dia akan bagi you punya soalan in graph. Okay, kalau bagi dalam graph macam ni, this one will be the MV. This one will be the RV. You know what is MV and RV? M, manipulated variable. R is responding variable. Okay, boleh Kena ingat 3 bentuk soalan graf ni. Soalan ni biasa dia bentuk macam ni lah. Okay, next. Okay, state the variables. Okay, senang lah. MV, pH value, responding, cloudiness of the nutrient broth. Okay, state a hypothesis for this experiment. So you know this experiment is to study the effect of pH on the growth of bacteria. So what do we know about this pH? Okay, we know that bacteria grows best in neutral condition. Ataupun kita boleh kata bacteria does not grow in acidic and alkaline condition. Ni pun boleh tulis. Another way to answer the hypothesis, you can say like this. Bacteria does not grow acidic or alkaline conditions. Okay, this also correct. Okay, jawab macam ni pun correct. Okay, sini betul, sini betul. Okay, based on the experiment state the operational definition of the growth of bacteria. Okay, yang ni jawapan dia kata bacteria organism which cause the cloudiness nutrient of bacteria. Okay, salah Teacher bangka. Ni sebenarnya jawapan dalam buku salah. Okay, tolong betulkan. Okay, kalau you jawab macam ni salah. Okay, ni teacher akan sampaikan kepada you the latest kaedah dalam peperiksaan yang diterima dalam peperiksaan. Okay, so in this is a question where we call as OD question, operational definition. Operational definition, OD question. OD question ni, to answer this type of question, you need to have 4 things. Okay, the first one, you have to repeat the question. Okay, contohnya dia kata, dia sebut for the growth of bacteria, you start the answer with growth of bacteria. Okay, the first one, start with the things that is asked in the question. And then, the second one is a situation. You write it either that is a situation ke, is it a material or is it a process, okay? And then the third one you have to put inside your answer is observation. What can you see in the experiment, in the given experiment sebelum ni? Dia ada bagi keputusan kan? So apa yang you boleh nampak? Apa yang you nampak? Okay, observation. And the last one is the process. Okay, what's process to get the observation? Okay, this is the answer, the example of how to answer this type of question. Okay, growth of bacteria is a situation. Okay, when ataupun situation ataupun kita boleh terima kat sini is a process. Okay, kita boleh terima juga process. Process. Kalau saya itu proses ni. Okay. Okay. Growth of bacteria kecil sikit. Besar sangat. Kecil sangat pula. Okay. Growth of bacteria is a situation or process when the nutrient broth becomes cloudy. Okay, this is observation. Nutrient broth become cloudy. Okay, growth of bacteria ni comes from the question. Okay, situation process ni memang you kena pilih lah. Situation, process, material. Pilih salah satu. Okay, yang sesuai lah. Okay, when the nutrient broth become cloudy, this is observation. And what is the process? When the bacteria is put in a neutral condition. Bila kita letakkan dalam neutral condition. So kita akan nampak dia jadi slightly cloudy bila kita letak dalam neutral condition. Okay, this is how to answer the operational definition question. Okay, mesti ada observation, mesti ada proses yang membolehkan dapat keputusan observation itu. Understand? Boleh? You tak boleh sebut pH 7, tak boleh dia kena umum, general. So for OD, the OD sentence must be in general. Dia tak related on that experiment only. Dia kita akan jadikan sebagai satu rumusan. Okay, you tak boleh buat secara macam kalau dia sebut material kat sini atom kan, contohnya sebut bronze kat sini, you tak boleh sebut bronze dalam OD. Okay, so kita kena buat banyak latihan lah. Starting last year, soalan OD semakin banyak because OD question is K-BAT. Okay, so we know that nowadays our country wants the students to be more K-BAT, think out of the box. So more and more the questions related to K-BAT questions will be asked to you. Okay, so you can ready lah. Okay, you are that generation. Okay, generasi yang bijak. So you kena dapat lah soalan ni. Okay, next question about experiment. Okay, study the following experiment. Okay, you are given a sentence. If the temperature gets too high, enzymatic activities will be affected and the protein enzyme will denature. On the other hand, lowering the temperature will decrease the enzymatic activity. Okay, so you baca sentence ni, you dah boleh imagine dah. Actually, what experiment is related to this sentence? Okay, you mesti dah tahu, okay, this is experiment of temperature and growth of bacteria. Okay, so to answer this question, okay, tengok teknik dia. Okay, first, state one problem statement from the above information. So you kena buat satu soalan yang datang daripada soalan dekat atas. Okay, what is the effect of temperature on, example lah, on to microorganisms growth, ataupun you boleh tulis what is the effect of temperature to the enzymatic activity pun boleh. Okay, sebab dia based on information dekat atas tu, so you boleh kaitkan dengan soalan what is the effect of temperature to enzymatic activity. Okay, example ataupun you direct kepada, you dah nampak dah ni mesti pasal temperature and bacterial growth. So you terus direct what is the effect of temperature to microorganism growth or bacterial growth. Okay. Suggest one hypothesis to investigate the above statement. So we know this is an experiment of relating the temperature and the growth of bacteria. So you can buat hypothesis lah. Example, if the temperature is too high, the bacterial growth will be stunted. Bacteria cannot grow in temperature that is too high or too low, example lah. Okay, you buat satu hypothesis yang kita dah pernah buat dalam kelas kan, dalam eksperimen. Okay, next. Based on the given statement, design a laboratory experiment to test your hypothesis by using 3 test tubes. You are given test tubes, you have to use test tube lah. Okay, sterile nutrient broth, Bacillus subtilis bacteria, sterile cotton, wool and syringe. Your explanation should have the following aspects. Okay, dia sebenarnya eksperimen macam ni juga. Eksperimen macam soalan atas ni je. Okay, tetapi dekat sini dia akan tukar, akan jadi sini mungkin normal temperature, kat sini akan jadi temperature, kita akan ubah keadaan temperature. Okay, ni test tube kan, sini temperature, sini mungkin normal temperature, normal room temperature. This one will be maybe low temperature 5 degrees, bawah ni mungkin you kata 70 degrees high temperature. Okay, and then cloudiness of the nutrient broth, sama je. Okay, tapi kita nak tengok macam mana nak tulis dia punya aim. Okay, aim of the experiment. Okay, to answer the aim, actually you have to know what you have to identify what are the variable first. Okay, so in this experiment, you know that yang berubah tu that is temperature. So temperature will be the manipulated variable, MV. Okay, temperature. Dalam exam you tak boleh tulis singkatan ya. You tak boleh tulis singkatan. You kena tulis ejaan penuh. Manipulated variable, mesti eja penuh MV is manipulated variables. You mesti eja penuh in exam, tak boleh buat singkatan. Okay, RV responding variables, macam tu. Okay, CV constant variable. You mesti eja penuh in exam, tak boleh buat singkatan, teacher je buat. Okay, example, and in this situation MV is temperature, responding is growth of bacteria, and constant is pH, nutrient. Okay, so the procedure of methods. Okay, bila soalan macam ni, kalau you tak nak buat ayat pun boleh sebenarnya, tapi you kena lukis dengan sangat lengkap. Lukisan you kena lukis betul lah. Kejap teacher cari pen. So you kena lukis berlabel. You kena buat lukisan berlabel. Okay, dan seelok-eloknya it's better for you to bawah lukisan tu you write also the procedure, tulis juga, sebab sometimes the penanda mungkin tak jumpa markah nak bagi dekat you based on your drawing, so dia akan tengok ayat. Okay, mungkin ayat tu pula boleh bantu. Okay, biasanya based on my experience when marking the paper, saya tengok kalau students yang buat dua-dua lah gambar and dia buat ayat, dia akan dapat markah lebih tinggi. Okay, so macam mana you nak buat eksperimen ni? Okay, so kita ada 3. Dia ada, you tengok apa bahan-bahan yang dibagi dekat soalan. They give you apa? 3 test tubes. Sterile nutrient broth, Bacillus septic bacteria, sterile cotton wool and syringe. Okay, so you kena lukis lah benda-benda tu. So you lukis dulu apa yang disebutkan. So disebabkan kita ada 3 suhu. So kita kena ada 3 suhu lah sebab satu normal, satu high dengan satu low kan. So you can lukis 3. Okay, lukis 3. So bila you lukis meniscus, pasti akan ada meniscus dalam ni. Okay. Letak cotton wool tutup. Okay, mesti ada cotton wool. Lukisan mesti berlabel Nampak jelas tak lukisan teacher ni? Nampak kan? Okay, example this is A, B, C. You kena label lah apa ada kat dalam ni. Okay, apa nama? Culture broth. Betul ke? Apa nama dia? Dia bagi apa kat you? Sterile nutrient broth. Best okay, nutrient broth. You kena hijau betul lah. Okay, nutrient broth. Plus Bacillus subtilis bakteria kan. Okay, ataupun you boleh label dekat atas. Okay, yang ini you tulis apa suhu dia, normal temperature. Okay, 35 degree Celsius example. Okay. Okay, yang ni kita letak mungkin low temperature 5 degree Celsius. Okay, ni mungkin letak high. Okay, 70 degree Celsius. Okay, this is apa kita panggil cotton wool. Okay, so lukisan mesti berlabel. Okay, kalau tak ada label, you tak dapat markah. Mesti ada label. Okay, so after you lukis, baru you buat prosedur you. Apa prosedur you? Okay, so prosedur you kena buat macam ni lah kejap. Contoh silap. Okay, so kita tengok contoh this experiment. Okay, so kita yang ini bagi petri dishes. So you jangan guna petri dishes sebab soalan ni tanya you pasal suruh guna test tube kan. So you kena guna test tube lah. Okay, so prepare 3, dia bagi apa test tube tadi, that contain 10 cm of kita bukan guna sterile nutrient agar, sterile nutrient broth. Okay, kita tukarlah bahan dia. Okay, and label as ABC example. Okay, and then put in 1 cm, kena bagi tahu put in 1 cm of bacteria Bacillus species inside each kita punya test tube. Okay, and then cover the test tube with the cotton wool. Put the cotton wool at the mouth of the test tube kan. Okay, and yang penting lagi kena sebutkan keep the petri dish A in dark cupboard at room temperature, B in the refrigerator at 5 degrees, C in an incubator or oven at 70 degrees for 3 days. Okay, ni penting mulai exam terlepas, kalau berkaitan dengan microorganism punya eksperimen, tak boleh kurang dari 3 hari. So you mesti letak 3 hari. Letak 3 hari, jangan kurang daripada 3 hari. Okay, so biasanya the observation will do after 3 days. Okay. Observe the number of bacterial colonies in each. Okay, tengok. Observe kita bukan guna number tau. Untuk this nutrient broth, kita tak tengok dia punya numbers. Observe the cloudiness. Observe the cloudiness of the nutrient broth in each test tube at the end of the experiment. And then record where there is cloudy or not. Okay. Itu contoh lah. Okay. And then for the tabulation of data, dia akan jadi macam ni. Sama macam ni. Tapi tukarlah test tube A, normal temperature 37 ke 30 degrees. Okay, low temperature 5 degrees. Ni high temperature 70 degrees. Okay, dan untuk table ni you jangan, bila you buat table, you jangan letak result. Okay, contoh kat sini. Sekejap ya. In your exam, bila you just merancang, okay, so sini you tulis, sini you tulis, sini semua you kosongkan. Bawah ni pun you tulis. Okay, temperature, okay, room temperature 5 degrees, 70 degrees. Ini number of ni jangan tukarlah bukan number of bacteria colonies. Kat sini kita buat cloudiness of the nutrient broth. Okay, contoh kat sini you tukar jadi test tube. Okay, contoh okay, bawah ni you kosongkan. Okay, understand? Tu cara you jawab lah in exam. Okay, settle. Okay, total marks 6, 8, 10. Okay, question section C ni untuk eksperimen punya you punya eksperimen ni adalah 10 markah. Okay, 10 markah. Okay, you have to do the inilah dia punya perancangan lah. Okay, to design this experiment 10 markah. Okay, any question? Soalan tak? Okay, so sekarang sebelum kita masuk ke chapter 2, okay, teacher nak you buka kamera untuk teacher ambil gambar kehadiran. Okay, buka kamera untuk kehadiran. Dah ready? Ada ke? Okay, Kencung Hong ada. Lagi lain. Okay, buka. Buka nak tengok siapa yang ada ni. Buka kamera untuk bukti kehadiran. Ni semua tunjuk dinding je, malu tunjuk muka. Zifar tunjuk rambut, Kencung Hong tunjuk rambut. Okay, mana lagi lain? Bukti. Tunjuk tangan peace pun tak apa. Janji bukti you wujud. Okay, cepat. Okay, Lim Ziza tanda angkat. Okay, cepat. Bukti kehadiran. Nak tengok you wujud ke tak? Okay, 4 orang je. Oh, Shina mana? Mana? Tan Wenji tak datang Dia tak tidur, tak bangun ke? Dia tak kejut Tan Wenji Okay. Cepat angkat thumbs up. Okay, thumbs up. Teacher nak print screen. Ready, 1, 2. Lozarha, tangan Lozarha. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you. 4 orang saja yang muncul. Yang lain semua tidur masa kelas. Bukti kehadiran. Okay. Now kita sambung. Okay, for chapter 2. Okay, check your answer, okay. Make sure your science process skill workbook nanti lengkap lah. You jawab di depan sampai belakang kan. So tak rugilah you beli buku, okay. So mesti guna betul-betul buku you, okay. So sekarang kita tengok chapter 2. Okay, start dari atas. Okay. What page is this? Tengok muka surat berapa. 14, muka surat 14. Okay, balanced diet and calorific value. Okay, what is meant by a balanced diet? A diet that contains nutrients from all the classes of food in the right quantities. Okay, the table below shows the calorific values in 1 gram of carbohydrates, proteins and fats. Dia kata 1 gram. So you are given the calorific value per gram. Okay, so a man takes 20 gram of carbohydrates. So the calorific value should be multiplied with 20. Okay, 10 grams of protein multiplied with 10. 10 grams of fats multiplied with 10. And then you sum all the values. Okay, and you get the answer is 951 kilojoule. Okay, mesti tunjuk jalan kerja ni lah. Okay. Okay, ni dikira sebagai soalan kebat tau. Okay, this is dikira sebagai soalan kebat. Okay, next question number 3. The following table shows the calorific values of 3 foods. Okay, kat sini kita kena hati-hati. Because tadi dia tulis calorific value per gram. This one calorific value per 100 grams. Okay, so you have to divide first. Okay, the food to hundreds. Okay, example, a student eats 100 gram of rice. So 100 gram of rice divided by 100, it will be 1. So 1 times 1,500. Okay, 50 gram of chicken, 0.5 times 8 to 7. 50 gram, 0.5 times 600. And then you will get 2213.5. 2213.5 kilojoule. Okay. Okay, ni soalan memang favorable question in exam. So you memang kena ingat lah. Okay. How to answer this question. Okay, complete the suggested meals about quarterly healthy concept from Ministry of Health Malaysia. Okay, suku-suku separuh. Okay, quarter of the plate, protein such as fish and meat. Okay, quarter of the plate comes from carbohydrates such as rice and bread. Half of the plate come from fruit and vegetables. Okay, next, page 15. Take right the individuals that need more calories in daily life, then give reasons by choosing the correct answers. Okay, gender. In terms of gender, men needs to eat more than women. Why? Because men is more active. Men are more active. Okay, body size. Bigger than smaller. Bigger person should eat more than smaller person. Why? Because the metabolic rate of bigger body size is higher. Age. Okay, young people needs to eat more. Why? Young people are more active. The condition of health. Unhealthy people needs to eat more. Why? Because sick people requires more energy to fight diseases. Okay, so bila kena COVID-19, virus ni dia akan detect kita punya kalau terkena lah kita minta simpang lah, kalau terkena dia akan detect kita punya deria bau, deria rasa. So that akan menyebabkan you rasa tak nak makan, tak lalu makan. Tapi kita kena fight, we have to eat. Why? Because we need energy to fight back the disease. Okay, so kita kena makan untuk lawan virus. Kalau kita tak makan lagi kita kelemah. Okay. Physical activities, heavy work needs more calories. Why? More calories are needed to perform heavy work. Okay. Temperature of the surrounding. Okay. Cold weather should eat more. Orang di kawasan yang sejuk kena makan banyak. So bila musim hujan kena makan banyak lah. Why? More calories to maintain the body temperature. Kalau kita kurang makan nanti badan kita akan jadi sejuk juga, so kita boleh sakit demam. Okay, so kena makanlah secukupnya. That's why during the rainy season, the rainy day, you akan rasa lapar saja. Kan? Sebab apa? Our body needs to maintain its body temperature so that lots of energy will be produced. So kita nak cover balik energy tu, kita kena makan. Okay. Number 2, match the healthy problems caused by lifestyle with unhealthy diet. Diet lacking in one or more nutrients or more than one nutrients is called as malnutrition. Excess body weight due to overeating, obesity, physical, psychological illness that causes a strong desire to reduce eating, anorexia. Deposition of cholesterol on the arterial walls causes high blood pressure, heart disease and stroke is arteriosclerosis. Intake excessive sugar leads to diabetes. Okay. Intake excessive salt leads to high blood pressure. Okay, next. Okay, macronutrient, micronutrients and their functions in plants. Okay. So with sorting first, you have to sort first the macro and the micro. Okay, kita tengok macro, carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, oxygen, potassium and sulfur. These are considered as macronutrients. Plants needed in very large quantities. Okay. Second one is micronutrients such as boron, zinc, iron, molybdenum, manganese and copper. This one plants need in small quantities. So this answer lah, macro in large, micro in small. Okay, number 2. State the nutrients based on their main functions. Okay, nitrogen. Its main function is to synthesize chlorophyll and proteins, which are used in the formation of cell membranes, chromosomes, and enzymes for photosynthesis and respiration. Okay, potassium. Synthesize proteins and control metabolism of carbohydrate, functions as a cofactor for many enzymes of respiration and photosynthesis and maintain turgidity in plant cell. Okay, phosphorus. Synthesize chromosomes and cell membranes, functions as coenzyme in respiration and photosynthesis and is essential for the release of energy in respiration. Okay, next, Page 17, fill in the blanks on the effect of nutrient deficiency. Okay, nitrogen deficiency. Leaves are small and yellow, or we call as chlorosis. Weak stem. Okay, B, potassium deficiency. Few flowers, few fruits. Okay, leaves turn yellow at the edge. Tissues at the tips and edges of the leaves die. Brown spot appears on the leaves. Okay, weak stem. Plant dies at an early stage. Okay, C, phosphorus deficiency. Few flowers, fruits, and seeds. Okay, fruits are small and take a longer time to ripen. Leaves turn dark green with red or purple spots. Weak stem. Okay, few roots. Okay, plant takes a long time to mature. Okay, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium deficiency cause stunted growth. Okay, stunted growth. Okay, next, the nitrogen cycle. We start with nitrogen in the atmosphere will be turned to nitrate ion in the soil by nitrogen fixing bacteria that lives in the roots of leguminous plant. Okay, the nitrate ion in the soil will be absorbed by the roots to make their plant proteins, which are then is eaten by the animal proteins. Okay, and then the plant proteins and the plant and animal after they die, it will be decomposed by the decomposing bacteria to become ammonium compounds. Okay, after it becomes ammonium compounds, the nitrifying bacteria will change the ammonium compounds to nitrate and then change it again to nitrate ion. Okay, excessive nitrate ions in the soil will be changed back to nitrogen in the atmosphere by the action of denitrifying bacteria. Okay. State the process carried out by the bacteria P to T. Okay, P process is called as nitrogen fixation. Okay, you can ingat nama proses ni ya. Q, you have to memorize the name of this process. Q, this is decomposition process. R and S, the same name of the process, that is nitrification. Okay, T is denitrification. Okay, please remember. Actually, it is easy to remember because the name of the process is equivalent to the name of the bacteria itself. Okay, mudahlah nak ingat. Okay. Number 3, tick right the actions that can increase the nitrate content through nitrogen fixing, through nitrifying bacteria, through the action of lightning. Okay. Write the actions that decrease the nitrate content, through the nitrifying bacteria, through roots absorption, through the leaching of nitrate, through nitrifying bacteria. Decrease the nitrate. Ni salah ni. Nitrifying bacteria increase. Okay, ni tolong padam ya. Ni salah. Ni bukan. Okay. Next, number 5. State the importance of the nitrogen cycle. Okay, maintains the soil fertility, maintains the nitrogen content in nature, helps in the continuous supply of plant proteins and animal proteins. Okay, ways to increase the quality and quantity of food. Okay, fill in the correct information on the ways to increase the quality and quantity of food. A, use of quality breeds. Okay, B, use of modern technology. C, education and guidance for farmers. D, research and development. Okay, E, the optimum use of land and water resources. F, efficient land management. Okay. Next, number 2, tick right the ways to prevent soil erosion, planting cover crops, terracing hill slides, practicing contour farming. Okay, tick right the adverse effects of the use of pesticides in agriculture, causes soil pollution, causes global warming, kill other organisms other than pests, increases the resistance of pests, contaminate food products. Causes water pollution is also right actually. Ini pun betul. Ta-da! Okay, recall the knowledge about biological control. Kenapa teacher kata betul? Because the pesticide will goes into the soil and then inside the soil we have water and the water will be carried to the river and so on. So it also will cause the water pollution actually, okay, in the long terms. Recall the knowledge about biological control below. Okay. Oil palm estate an oil palm estate owner faces rats problem in his estate. Take right the organism which are suitable to be used for the biological control. Explain how he can control the population of rats using the environmentally friendly method. Okay, so instead of using the eagle, I think it's better to choose the owl. Okay, not because the owl is cute, but it is more effective than eagle. Okay, and then either for using the cat at the we use the snakes. Okay, why? Because the owner of the oil palm estate can rear predators of rats such as snakes and owl. We know snakes and owl will eat rats. Okay, so because rats are the prey of snakes and owls. If there are too much snake inside the oil palm tree, so maybe we can then we can then use the eagle to eat the snakes. Okay. Next, food processing technology. Fill in the blanks on food processing technology, then tick right and circle the correct answer. Okay, heat is used to heat up the food. Okay, advantage and disadvantage. Because it destroys a big portion of bacteria, disadvantage. Okay, disadvantage, it cannot destroy bacterial spores. Okay, next, fermentation. Use bacteria or yeast to break down complex substances into simple substances. Advantages, the food can keep longer. Disadvantages, kenapa dilawan ni tak payah ni? Okay, disadvantages because bacteria spores are not destroyed. Okay. Next, types of foods. Kimchi, yogurt, soy sauce, tempeh. Okay, ni salah betul kan? Dia dah boleh simpan lama, tiba-tiba lawan tak boleh simpan lama. Tak boleh lah. Okay. Dehydration methods. Heat from fire, small and oven or the sun is used to remove water from food. Advantages, stops enzymatic action. The food can keep longer. Okay. Disadvantages, damages the nutrient and taste. Bacterial spores are not destroyed. Okay. Type of food, seafood, milk powder, fruits. Okay. Next, pasteurization. Heat is used to destroy microorganisms in the liquid without boiling. Okay, so the temperature is 63 degrees for 30 minutes or 72 degrees for 15 seconds, and then it's the cooling. Advantages, it maintains the taste of food, maintains the nutrients. Disadvantages, the food does not keep long, does not destroy bacterial spores. Type of food, fresh milk, fruit juice. Okay, canning. The food is heated at a temperature of exceeding 150 degrees to kill microorganisms and their spores. Okay, advantages, sterilizes the food can be kept longer. It destroys enzymes that damage food, and then it removes oxygen that causes food oxidation. Disadvantages, damages the taste, damages the nutrients, it destroys the color of the food, and the food decomposes quickly upon exposure to air. Actually, tak sihat lah. It's not healthy if you always eat canned food. Okay, dia tak berapa sihat lah sebab tak ada nutrient. Okay, types, beans, fish and meat. Okay, deep freezing. Food is kept at temperature of 0 degrees or lower so that it can last longer. Advantages, enzyme action stops. The food can be kept longer, does not destroy the food enzymes, does not sterilize the food. Type of food, seafood and meat. Okay, irradiation. The food is irradiated with ionizing radiation such as gamma rays, ultraviolet rays or X-rays. Advantages, destroys microorganisms in the food, prevents the sprouting of seeds. Disadvantages, the dose of gamma radiation is difficult to control because when difficult to control it, sometimes it will accepted excessively inside the food itself. So when we eat the food, we also get the gamma radiation, which will let us to get cancer. Okay, destroys the nutrient and taste. Type of foods, potatoes, ginger, onions, spices, and rice. Okay, vacuum packaging. Air is removed from the food pack in container or plastic bags. Advantages, to prevent oxidation of food. Disadvantages is that does not sterilize the food. Okay, type of food, sausages, groundnuts, rice, and milk powder. Okay, next, chemicals and food processing. We know preservatives delays food spoilage. Coloring, add colors. Okay, bleach, remove undesired colors. Flavoring, add taste. Stabilizer, to prevent the separation and thicken the food. Sweetener add sweet taste. Antioxidants slows down oxidation of fat in food. Emulsifiers to emulsify food containing oil of fat and water. Okay, next, number 2. You're given a few food labels. Okay, the first one question, you refer to the this light soy sauce. Okay, state the substances used as preservatives such as sugar, salt, and sodium benzoate. Okay, identify chemicals stated on the label. Okay, sugar, citric acid, vitamin C, flavoring, and benzoic acid. Sugar is also chemicals. Okay. Based on the labels shown above, which chemicals are used as preservative? Okay, sugar and benzoic acid. Okay, antioxidants, citric acid, and vitamin C. Okay. Number 3, identify the chemicals in food processing that can cause the given disease. Okay, sterility, coloring, fetal abnormality, preservatives, cause brain damage, especially in children, flavoring and antioxidant, cause cancer, damage liver and kidneys, preservatives, coloring, bleach, flavoring, and sweetener. Cause food poisoning, coloring and bleach. Cause breathing difficulty for asthmatic patient, preservatives, flavorings, and antioxidant. Causes rashes, preservatives, antioxidant, and sweetener. Okay, please do correction. Bagi yang salah, teacher ingat ada yang salah sini. So you do the correction, okay? Next, the food regulation. Okay, based on the diagram shown above, state a few information that should be written on the food label according to the Food Regulation 1985. Okay, this answer might be varies in your with your answer from your textbook, tapi dia hampir sama lah. Okay, untuk yang hantar buku sebelum ni ada teacher betulkan referring to your textbook. Okay, tapi yang ini pun betul lah. Okay. The first one is the type of food, the food ingredients, the quantity of food, the name and address of the manufacturer, the expiry date, and food additives. Okay. Based on the information 1, write the information that should be written on the food label according to their importance to consumers, to contact and make complaint, the name and address of manufacturer, to know the actual weight, the quantity of food, to know the content of food, the food ingredients, to know the expiry date of food, the expiry date, to know the type of food, the type of food. Okay. Satu lagi betul-betul the name of food lah. Okay. Okay, practice pengukuhan 2. Okay, which occupation requires the highest total energy? Laborer. Number 2. Okay, ni calculation and then you will get the answer for 131. Okay, farmer found that his crops are having the problems below which should be added. Okay, so less flower and fruit. So kalau flower and fruit, remember phosphorus. Okay. Diagram 1 shows the roots of leguminous plants. So which bacteria live there? Nitrogen fixing bacteria. Diagram 2 shows a processed food. This is milk. So what is the method? Pasteurization. Okay, nampak tak soalan ni sangat famous. 2005, 2006 I repeated then. 2014 and maybe 2029. Okay. You can tengok contoh-contoh soalan yang dah lama tak keluar tu. Diagram 3 shows an example of a food label which does not conform to the Food Regulations 1985. What information should be on the label? Yang tak ada kat sini apa? Expiry date. Yang number 7, which method is the most suitable to maintain the fertility of the soil? By practicing the crop rotation. Okay, next. Paper 2. Okay, diagram 1 shows the nitrogen cycle. What are bacteria P and Q? We know P is nitrogen fixing, Q is denitrifying bacteria. Okay. Name substances R and S. R is animal proteins. Okay. S is ammonium compounds. Ammonium compounds is in the conditions of iron. Okay. What is the state of nitrate that can be absorbed by the plant's roots? Okay. In solution or ions. Okay. Ammonium dia mesti tukar jadi nitrate kan. Nitrate ni in the terms of ion or solution. Okay. So dalam bentuk sebelum ini tumbuhan tak dapat makan. Okay. Tumbuhan hanya boleh absorb apabila dah jadi ion. Ion or solution. Okay. State one of importance of nitrogen cycle to maintain the nitrogen content in nature. Okay. Section C, study the following statement. The typical symptoms of potassium deficiency in plants include chlorosis, blah, blah, blah kan. State one problem statement from the above information. So, you nampak kat sini apa keyword saya tanya. Kalau you baca betul-betul, keyword saya kat sini sebut pasal potassium deficiency. So problem statement kita mestilah tanya what are the effect of potassium deficiency in plants. Contoh Okay, suggest one hypothesis to investigate the above statement. Okay, so you boleh buatlah plants deficient in potassium will be macam mana. Okay, and then you are given 2 maize seedlings, not culture solution. Okay, not culture solution maksudnya larutan yang memang ada kalium, mesti ada phosphorus and nitrogen. Dia dah lengkap. Okay, larutan yang lengkap with all the micronutrients. Okay, so another one is culture solution without potassium. And then kita akan buat perbandingan what's happened. Okay, and then you have to do the experiment punya contoh lah kejap kita tengok dia punya contoh soalan, contoh jawapan eksperimen ni. Ni pun you patut buat dalam kelas. Peka bawah lagi kejap. Betul. This one. This is the experiment. Bawah dia. Okay, this is the experiment. Yang bawah sikit. Ni, this one. This is the experiment. Untuk you jawab soalan tu, this is the experiment. Okay, so you write back lah. Okay, manipulated is type of culture solution ataupun kita kata not solution and solution without phosphorus. Okay. Responding is growth of plant. Okay, so you may refer to this experiment to answer that question. Okay, so far any question boleh follow. Okay, nanti teacher akan screenshot dekat you, hantar jawapan untuk eksperimen tu untuk you refer macam mana cara you nak tulis dalam exam. Okay, so by that I think our class sampai sini saja. So happy Independence Day. Esok kita cuti. Okay, see you next Friday. Okay, bye-bye. Welcome.